Hello guys and welcome back. And today I am watching the Minecraft Live for the Creakin'. And from the title of the video, it looks pretty cool. And we're probably getting this on Halloween because it seems like a horror mob, so...
And now it's time to reveal our completely new drop, released
Oh crap. And I'll add captions.
in a few months. The team has been really excited about the idea of adding a new biome, and we created one with its own unique mood and identity.
So everyone was right, it was a mob, like a structure or a biome, and yeah, makes sense. Oh, what the...
During daytime,
It looks like a dead forest or like a memory.
it's quiet, like almost serene in the new Pale Garden.
The Pale Garden. Why call it a garden though? The Pale Forest would also work.
While you might feel calm walking around in this forest, there's also an eerie mood. Something isn't quite right. Then, when darkness falls, you indeed feel another side of this place. Like the hanging moss shifts from being pretty to really spooky, and you realize that you're not alone.
So it seems like this thing might be a predator or a prey kind of mob. And I know
There's something lurking in the shadows.
So everything about this biome feels
so it's a nocturnal mob that will only attack during night. So you're fine being in the Pale Garden during the day, but at night you were screwed and you need to get out of that biome immediately.
unfamiliar, and this is by design. We want you to feel a bit curious and scared, like what is this place? Why is it so different from everything else? What do we need it for the biome?
So I think that's the point of it too, because why would you have that as an art style? Just for players? In a lore standpoint, it is probably a trap.
Is to have like a
Or the Creakin' specifically picks these areas to hunt. Making more sense with that, because why to attract prey into it, and then the prey is curious, but during the nighttime it'll wander around hunting. So
low
if
visibility, and we've created the pale hanging moss for this. This really inhibits like how much you can see and how far you can see, but you can still walk through it. So you're traversing through the forest and you're like trying to find everything, but you don't know.
And also, especially that, to me, it feels like a kind of IKEA thing, and I know that sounds stupid, but like IKEA where you get lost because everything kind of looks the same. And I feel like that's an easy way to trap prey, and also might be one of the things that probably screwed over the ancient builders. Actually, they probably went extinct or were rare things, because you wouldn't want to deal with a Creakin', a thing that hunts in the night. So they probably tried to find as many as they could and kill all of them.
Know what will be behind the hanging moss.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a strange feeling when you enter. It's unnaturally quiet and
Also, someone could make a server like this, just getting the wood and stuff.
a feeling
and
of
spawning
something
them.
weird's going on here.
Oh no, now there's gonna be a new challenge though, because K-Man, I swear to God, he's going to do a video being like, just the entire world is a Creakin' biome. What was that? No, oh, that's the Creakin' probably.
I really like the ambiance of the new biome. It invokes
It
really
sounds like you can hear something shifting.
those eerie and spooky feelings.
Yes,
It
eerie
does.
indeed. And turns out there actually is something lurking in the shadows. The creaking.
Ow. You don't have to go.
It's our first tree-like creature, and it's almost like it's camouflaging in the Pale Garden. And when it's dark at night, it's kind of hard to see it except those like emissive eyes.
Yeah, and it also interacts with those trees, which is super fun.
Yeah, there's a special new block that it has a connection to.
When you approach the creaking,
Huh? What is happening with that? But it's like SCP Peanut, actually. It moves when you're not looking at it. So it specifically camouflages itself for prey, maybe even predator. Not prey, I meant predator. I meant to say the opposite thing. It camouflages itself for predatory reasons. That sounds wrong, especially now, because 2024 filled with a lot of predators. But no, I'm saying it makes now more sense why it looks like a tree and hunts only at night. It's easier to not tell when something's hunting you when everything kind of looks the same. But it's hunting you at night because it's easier, because it's harder to see at night. But it is more camouflage, meaning this predator used to hunt probably, and I would love to see it like kill a pig or something, like to see if it actually is animated. But it hunts prey at night, giving it an easy advantage without much struggle, because if you cannot see it, what are you fighting against? Air? It's easier for it to kill. And if it's also a prey reason, that means also this thing adapted to not get murdered by probably the ancient builders.
you can actually realize that it doesn't take any damage, and when you try to hit it, it points you somewhere in the canopies. That's where basically the creaking heart is. And hit it, creaking, you can actually realize that it doesn't take any damage, and when you try to hit it, it points you somewhere in the canopies. That's where basically the creaking heart is, and that's what controls.
Oh, it might actually be a spirit. Thinking about it, it might actually be ancient builders. And I know that sounds stupid, but like, why is it connected to the forest? Unless if it's possessing a tree.
The mob.
One of the main themes of the Pale Garden and its inhabitants is that there's a lot of contrast from the rest of the world.
Also, kind of also reminds me of those statues from like the Who, like those angel statues.
So when we made the creaking, we also wanted it to feel unfamiliar and different from other mobs.
I actually would love if they added something where like, if you like die to it, you become it. Eventually you do rot away, but like it takes a while.
Which is why we
And
made
that'd
it
be
more
kind of funny.
asymmetric, to really go on this point of like being different from everything else.
The creaking doesn't exist on its own. It's more of like a puppet of the new block, the creaking heart.
So the creaking heart and its creaking puppet really comes with a new combat challenge or combat mechanic, both in the way that
There's a heart. Okay, now I'm definitely thinking these are the ancient builders, because why would you have that? Like, that makes no sense unless if it's a spirit kind of thing. Meaning, what I'm thinking is these are the spirits of mobs or ancient builders possessing the blocks, hunting. Just, they're scared and confused of what they are and where they are, kind of. They're confused a lot. And they build themselves out of wood. Actually explain why. You literally can see it's wood.
you need to
And why it has a connection to it. Because it possessed the wood it molded itself out of. Kind of puppeteering a body.
destroy the heart block to actually kill the creaking.
Also, that is going to be... Did it drop strength?
And also, of course, that the creaking only moves when you look away.
So don't blink.
Again. SCP Peanut.
I really like the sandboxiness of the creaking heart. So if I use Silk Touch, you obtain it and then you can place it anywhere you want in the Minecraft world. So if you want
So is it like a
to be as
dead
evil as the creaking heart itself, you can place it and make your friends really terrified.
You could use this to prank your friends. That is funny, but that means it's not entirely dead. But it also needs some living creatures to give it life, though.
To embrace the quietness of Minecraft, we added ambient sounds for
Oh, that is also going to suck to put in people's bases. I just realized that. If you put it, like, under their base, or, like, around their base, they have to deal with that. Or, like, make a challenge now, because if you, like, made, like, a spooky, scary mansion, you can make it where, if they go in the mansion, there's the creaking and they have to deal with that.
this biome that only plays during the night, that comes from the blocks that surrounds you, that will make an even more creepier experience for the player. And to do that, you need to play
But also, yeah, that's gonna be scary, because just imagine walking in the night and then you hear
with the silence and the contrast of the silence and
you
the
could hear it.
sounds.
Void.
So to make creaking, I gathered a lot of creaky stuff that will make creaky sounds. Obviously, the biggest thing would be to gather wood and twigs and stuff like that, dead leaves
So yeah,
together.
I was just saying they sound like wood, meaning they literally are wood, meaning souls. Meaning souls are possessing these creatures. I'm not sure if it's a zombie soul, an Enderman soul, well, basically just a human soul if you see MatPat's theory, or an ancient builder's soul.
Rustling
Because it could be that
and creaking. But
the
I also
soul gives new life to it. Also explaining why Endermen don't recognize us. If you think about MatPat's theory, because if it gives new life or are so recognizing each other, like imagine, like these have probably been around for years, and they've just seen their friends as another version of them. Like with the Endermen, it's just they've been seeing other Endermen the entire time. So yeah, they're not going to recognize you as one of them, and they're going to try to kill you. But if you look similar to them, they're not going to try to kill you because you look like them, because they haven't seen a human in years. So they just believe they're another mob, and they perceive you as a threat. Could also be the same thing with the creaking, that they possess the dead body, the dead souls of the ancient builders possess the creaking, and they've just seen each other and just wood for so long that they don't recognize you as a thing. Also, now it actually makes more sense with the Wither now, because the Wither has souls. This also could have been the thing that made them, because, like, yeah, obviously skeletons were a thing that helped them realize that they could bring their friends back to life. But I think a true also thing was the creaking, but because if it's the ancient builders, they probably remember seeing their friends die in these forests and become one of them. Or beasts. And when they went into the Nether, it just supported their thing, that immortality. Because one thing that's popped up in Minecraft multiple times is immortality. Experiments to bring life. Because the Wither, what was it in MatPat's theory? A thing that they tried to bring life to, but it came wrong. It became a monster. It was not their friends. It was a floating monster that just wanted destruction. And there's probably some people that also came across the creaking and died and became the creaking that also made them want to bring life and actually gave them hope that they could. But here's the weird thing. Actually, where did Steve come from, though? Like, where did the humans come from? Are they the ancient builders, or... Like, are they actually human, or are they, like, brought to life? Because we don't see anyone else around, really. So, I don't know about that. But the creaking seems like a creature that has just been brought to life by souls.
So recorded salty sticks, the Swedish snack. I think it's Swedish. And one of the biggest part actually of the sound is my table creaking, dragging against the floor, and also a chair. I also recorded teeth. It sounds a bit like bones, maybe, when the mob is walking. So it's.
What do you mean by teeth? Oh, okay. So we wanted to make the biome very gray to give this.
But this is a creature I have to analyze a lot more, because why is the trees more dead looking, but also there's a heart though, like that, like they have hearts. And in Minecraft, I think in creative mode, yeah, the giant wither though, in Minecraft story mode too. The giant wither has to have like something to bring it to life. Kinda has like a heart though, but I don't know. But also, maybe the Minecraft wither actually caused the ancient builders to die. The giant Minecraft wither. Because it could have not just been the normal one. Because Minecraft story mode. But I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah.
Very eerie feeling, right? And with these gray tones, a very fitting new wood set was going to be a white colored wood set. And this is something that players have wanted for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the pale oak wood set, especially that in a lot of places people paint their fences white, for example, for a white picket fence, and that will be exciting for a lot of players to actually represent themselves.
And then we
I
also have like
that. Actually, that is very good. But please bring back mobs that we didn't vote for. I'm sorry, but I want some of them to come back. Like the recent years and the old mobs that lost the mob vote, because I don't know. I'm not saying like right now, I'm just saying eventually have them come back.
the hanging moss, and you can bone wheel it, so it's renewable. So I think like just bringing it as well, and maybe put it in a greenhouse where things hang from the roof, or like a wild garden, something like that would be really fun to build with it, I think.
Yeah, and it's also a really unique carpet moss because it also spreads all over the sides of the blocks, so, and that also looks really great.
Why is it connecting to the walls though?
We look for a lot of inspiration, so we've looked at all these kind of different forests all over the world. A tree that stood out was like the willow tree, like because it's very hanging, there's a lot of like drapery, and it feels very eerie. Then we looked at like Spanish moss. This was like the inspiration for the pale hanging moss that we've used in the biome eventually, because this gives this like drapey feeling without being willow trees, and it was a little bit more versatile and flexible to use in the biome, and could also be used as like building blocks.
We are super excited to see what you do with these new features and the new game drop.
We want to create connections between features
And
because
also, yeah, it does have like a connection, kind of like the, not gonna lie, it has a connection to it. Like the creaking has the connection to the heart, like the kind of like the Ender Dragon does with like its healing crystal things. Because you could see that it has like a line to it that heals it, or it's like showing that they are connected. But meaning that this is also a garden, though, like kind of like a Garden of Eden or something like that. Not like Eden. I don't know why I mentioned that garden, but like maybe it's like their garden, like the spirit's garden to them. Because the Pale Forest would have made a normal name, but specifically going it a Pale Garden, meaning that it's probably like they see it as their own territory and they want you to leave. So that's why they're so hostile, probably. I don't get why they stop, though. That's kind of a weird part of it. Is why does the mob freeze instead of just chasing you? When you look at it. Maybe it is hunting you down. I have no idea. That's just my ideas for why and what it is. I think because we have seen those eyes before. Like, we have seen those eyes. Like, it's not entirely new. I remember we have seen those eyes before on mobs. Like, evil, possessed eyes. I'm gonna look something up. Like the dog has red eyes. With it represents rage. Yeah, there's characters with like red eyes in Minecraft story mode. And let me get a good look at the creaking. Oh, it's more like yellow eyes actually. But it's like a yellow. I don't know, I remember seeing... I remember seeing eyes like that before. I don't know where. Maybe it was Minecraft Dungeon? Oh no, Minecraft Village. I'll find it, guys. You just gotta wait real quick. No, apparently. If you guys find it, if you find eyes that look like this, tell me, please. In like any of the Minecraft games, like Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft, whatever. Just. But that was the video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down. Well, actually, I gotta go. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.